Hey guys, Running Kimono here. So a lot of you might be like, where's your Dollar General haul? This is so chintzy. And it is a lot smaller than what I normally do. I only went to 2 stores this morning. I did find some pretty sensible deals. I did go to 170 store, and I'll tell you, there were ladies in there like 8 a.m. on the nose, and they went and cleared like all the top choice things. But a lot of other things that were overlooked, including, I mean, this does have a lot of value to me. This big magic bag of makeup, I probably have about 80 items. This was totally worth it to me for future gifts and such. Lots of this Easter stuff, an additional 50% off, so cheap. So in this video, we're just gonna go through what I did, a little bit scaled back, but I'm still very grateful for what I got, including these 2 freebies, yes. And then at the 70% off store, the Dove, the OGX, and the Nivea were also freebies, and everything else was like really cheap, like this for 5 cents. That looks like 3 adorable cats. I love it. So we're going to go through all of this, all the UPCs, and I'm going to talk about my haul, and I hope you guys are out there today and absolutely winning. I did notice a lot more shoppers out there. I think just people really want to stock up right now due to uncertain times, and just, the value of $1 isn't stretched the way it was a couple years back. So we're going to go through all of this, and I'm going to show you what I found, and I would get out because it's a week-long event, and how exciting is that?
Okay, so here is all the particulars, because it's not just the clearance section. It's like Mother's Day stuff, Easter stuff, an additional 50% off if you want to pause this still. And it's taking place right till the 22nd, which is next Thursday. I made a video earlier in the week where I go through everything in a very excruciating detail. So if you are like new to this and you're like, hey, I just really need more information, watch this video. I'll link it at the end. So let's get right into it. The first were these Powerfully Clean. The devil is really in the details. If you're going to grab anything and hope and pray that it's going to work, you got to open up the app and ensure that that $2 coupon is attaching. Personally, I got 3 of these smaller ones. Alternatively, you can get this larger one for $3.62. And unfortunately, I did not find one of these at the 70 store. I wish I could have tracked one down because I could have got it for like $1 and some change. But at a 50% off store, you'd pay $3.62 with that $2 digital. I just wasn't chalked up with paying that much money for Arm & Hammer, and I have a lot in my stockpile, so I was like, oh, I'm okay with the free one. And now we're going to talk about the Dove at a 50% off store, and all these numbers are 50. Obviously, if you have a 70 store, it's a little better. This guy would be 80 cents with that $2 digital. Now, I found more than glowing. I also found this eucalyptus oil scent. And then I found like a pomegranate one too. So they would all be 80 cents with the digital coupon at a 50% off store. And here is the UPC. Sorry, a lot of these pictures are grainy. I just had a weird set of lights on while I was photographing a lot of the stuff in my garage today, so I apologize. This one's like a pomegranate one, so it's not just glowing. There are other scents. Definitely open up that Dollar General app. $2.80 subtracting this, it's a little bit of magic. Now we have a 4 off of 2 digital coupon to go with OGX, both the shampoo and conditioner. So it would be $2.74 for the 2 with that digital coupon. Now, there were also $3 Peelies spotted at Meijer, so I think it would be very cheap, like 37 cents per with that Peely, and the Peely does scan at Dollar General. Just an item with no coupons. These 68 count of these trash bags for $4.37. It's some value because I think this size at like any grocery store near me is quite a bit. So I am happy with that. And then this would be a little bit more out of pocket. I got this one for free at a 70 store, but would $1.25 with the $2 digital for the Nivea. If you see, this coupon doesn't expire till June 1st. So the event is right till the 22nd. So you have a lot of time to scan a lot of Nivea if you see any of it in the clearance section. Alternatively, in gray totes, where they often store a lot of this stuff for every clearance event, because sometimes clearance sections are too full, so they just keep them in totes in the back of the store. This guy, I was trying to find it at a 70 store, so I didn't buy it at the 50 store, so I'm going to have to go back, but it would be 80 cents for this flavor of the berries with the 4 off 2 digital. And I also forgot to grab my CoverGirl, so I'm going to have to go and track a couple of those down with that 3 off coupon. But I think the expiry on this 17th. I'm going to have to go do this by tomorrow. That is for sure. Now, one of you guys left a message saying that those gray totes, I am wrong about that. These specific totes bring inventory to the store and then they go back right away. And that might be true in larger cities, but in rural areas, they actually keep a lot of clearance items in these totes. They get put in the back of the store where shoppers can't access them, and during the clearance event they show up. It's a very common practice in Upper Peninsula, Northern Michigan, that area. I know a lot of, even Lansing, I have friends all over the place. So just to say, like, hard and fast, like, you're wrong. No, not always. And why would I make something like this up? I said that this is where a lot of us are going to find pennies, and guess what, guys? It delivered. This morning I found 80 pennies. 80 in one of these. We found a tote with makeup, and I found, I think, roughly about 80 items. That's on the left. On the right, they were pulling stuff out and throwing it on a table, and I found 5 more items. So I think this morning, altogether, probably 80 items from the gray totes, and these are all penny items from a recent penny list. So it's very easy to say, no, it's not. This isn't how it is, but not every store is the same, and especially if you live in a rural area, they will store stuff in the back, because with these smaller loose items, they don't really have a home for them in the clearance section. So they just kept them in a bin, brought it out, and I'm like, oh gosh, those are all pennies. So I spent a good amount of time doing a lot of scanning this morning, and even though a lot of this stuff looks similar, some of it pennied out and some of it was like $6, so you really have to pay attention. And I was very nice to the cashier, and I said, hey, could you possibly let me know if any of this is ringing up full price, because these are all supposed to be pennies. And the manager was ringing me up, and she's like, absolutely, I'll check everything on this end. She was so nice. I'm really happy to actually find a couple of these lip products too, because I didn't find any the last couple times I went out penny shopping. But you know, you just have to be patient with it. And those gray totes, if you know what I'm talking about, look through them and you might score big. And this is the stuff I really, really wanted, and I feel very grateful to find so much. And then probably one of my favorite ones is this Gold Bond foot, and I saw it right away. I knew, oh gosh, that's a penny. This therapeutic foot cream for 1 cent. How great is that? So really be on the lookout for this, because sometimes at the clearance event, this is just your opportunity to find a little bit more magic and a little bit more clearance. And just to show you a peek of the receipt, this is a lot of the cosmetics at that one store. And I asked the cashier, because on her end, she can see how everything's ringing up. And she told me anything that rang up a different price, she'd let me know right away, which was really nice. A freebie that I was really excited to find were 3 bags of these Carefree pads. I think they're ringing up like $2.80. So with that $3 coupon, every store here is updated. It just makes it a total freebie. I'm not sure if you could still load that $3 coupon, but if you can, hey, that's awesome. Also, this guy, which is the super long, also working with that digital coupon, so you'll get them for free. If you loaded that $3 coupon. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is Easter. Some stuff is either 85 or 95% off, and we're looking at the numbers at a 50% off store. And I was delighted with what I got, and it's just stuff for, you know, like these clear Easter bags for baskets and stuff. Couponers are always making baskets for whatever the occasion. It is our love language, but these were 5 cents, which is a very good price point. These Easter pops or any sort of candy are 85% off, so these were 15 cents, which is a really good price point. And they had a very long expiry date, I think like Christmas of next year. And I have a bunch of nieces and nephews that like suckers or lollipops. And then this bag of candy was 75 cents, and it's the minis. I think it's the one that goes inside of those plastic Easter eggs for hunts. And here's the UPC. Sorry about the bad quality. And then the next one is just the tiny Reese's cups. And this guy was 15 cents. I'm not even sure how many are in that, but I got it for my husband, just one, because that's all they had at the store, one of them. So 15 cents for some candy. I think that's a very good price point. This is a little craft set. Unfortunately, I did put it back because I could only find 2 of them and I needed 4 of them, so I knew it would be a harder item to track down, and I wasn't going to many stores. But this was, I think, either 30 cents or 15 cents, very, very cheap. So if you have an Easter section, definitely scan. And this little stress ball for 5 cents, I thought my mom might enjoy that. So yeah, just take your time, have a little bit of fun, and hopefully things are not very hectic at your store. But you can find a lot of very sensible and reasonable deals. These little napkins look like 3 little cats, which I think are adorable. They look like cats, don't they? And this was 5 cents, so I got 2 packs of these napkins. I think they're just absolutely adorable. And then one last item I bought for myself, and I never usually buy myself anything at these clearance events, are these Bobby Brooks leggings for ladies, $2.25. So the original price was $4.50. They're very, very good quality. So I've really been enjoying this. I got some Christmas and Easter ones in the past. So for $2.25, I'm like, I think I might try these out. Why not? And here is the UPC. Let me know in the comments down below if you've been scoring big, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.